1 month has passed as our backpackers in South Australia got ready for the next part of their journey. Over 2,700 kilometres of the rough, endless outback were ahead of them. To start their hardest road trip, they've returned to the town of Port Augusta, the last town before the seemingly endless desert begins. On the way north, they've made a detour into the Flinders Ranges, the oldest landscape known on Earth, for a second time to reach the further away Farina, a not-forgotten ghost town in the middle of nothing. They've followed gravelled roads deeper into the outback and past a small, for most people unknown town with a population of just 70. They wanted to leave, but just after a few kilometres, their van, under the heat and dust, died again. Trapped in Maree, inside the red centre of Australia, they had no idea if they would ever reach the destination of the road trip. They had to stay working in Maree at the Drovers Rest Caravan Park, collecting wood of an old railway line, weeding the campground and making fire were their daily activities for more than 2 weeks.
I've been planning a dream to go away.
They've got real outback experience.
The hot days of fishing
And made friends.
The daily ain't over.
So onward they travel and reach the next town, Glendambo, just before the most dangerous town of Australia was coming, the opal mining capital, Kubapedi. While finally they crossed the border to the Northern Territory. A spiritual place of Uluru was directly ahead. After 3 exciting days, our backpackers returned to the Stewart Highway and went north to the famous Kings Canyon. Six kilometres along the cliff, almost 30 degrees, and beautiful scenery everywhere you look. The Rim Walk was one of the most epic places in the Australian desert. They've followed the highway to the desert city, Alice Springs, and have found lots of secret things, sometimes even strange things, and unique places between red sand, rocks, and sometimes even burning bushes. But slowly the desert's end was coming, and with it the next wonderful attraction, Mataranka, with its gorgeous crystal clear hot springs under palm trees. Just a paradise so very close to the Catherine Gorge. And yeah, crocs were around now as well. exciting national parks are situated around this area, and on the Adelaide River was waiting one very special adventure to be as close as possible to the deadly crocs in the wild water. The Litchfield National Park, with its nice waterfalls and small lakes between the rocks, we call them rock holes, should be the last idyllic oasis, for the time being. Because after 6 weeks of being in the outback, it was time to reach the final destination of the biggest road trip on their journey. Darwin. Back in the civilization, the drink water in the tanks could be refilled. Do you remember these guys from Sydney? After 10 months, they're back again, just a few thousand kilometres north. The Port Darwin, with its cosy city life, offered nice corners and magic attractions. One of them was the sunset markets on the Mindle Beach. Every day, a beautiful setting. In Darwin, our backpackers got exciting jobs, have won new friends and could enjoy the last days before they would split after 10 months travelling together. With each other, they experienced the hardest part of their trip. Almost 3,000 kilometres of the rough desert, several breakdowns and fruit battles on different farms were behind them. They've had a great time, but it was time for a new chapter. The final chapter of this story. Australian Stories, Part 5, Inside the Red Heart.